So I don't know how to explain this. I had this dream for about 1 year or 2 years, and I want to talk about it. Why not? I want to know, like, if you guys believe in stuff like this, or more likely, if you guys had something like this. But let me explain. So around senior year, which is like pretty recent, literally last year, I've decided to go to sleep like everyone else because every person has to go to sleep. While I was going to sleep, I had two particularly dreams about that like same thing. I'm gonna share one of them. I'm not gonna share the other one because the other one I'm not 100% sure. So this one was a man was literally on top of a mountain. This mountain was big. Okay, like imagine Mount Everest. And here's the thing, you can tell there was a lot of people. And even though you couldn't see the people, you can tell there's just a lot of people surrounding the mountain. Like they're under the mountain. And on top of that mountain, obviously there was a man over there. Now, what's creepy about this dream is everyone was bowing. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, everybody on that dream was bowing to a man on top of the mountain. You know, many people could say, oh, that's Jesus Christ. Oh, that's whatever, blah, 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 right? I personally, I don't believe so. Obviously, there's Bible verses where Jesus is, on top of a mountain and like a voice. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe that. And the reason is because when I woke up, I had to yell. In my head, obviously, I was like, for some reason, my body was overwhelmed and it felt like something was hovering me, and I had to yell, like, within my head and, like, in my mind and my spirit. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna say Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. The reason is because the dream was a lot darker than you might think. The man himself on top of the mountain really gave you the vibe of like there is something seriously wrong going here. Now, I know I said I'm not gonna touch base on the second dream, but I might as well. But pretty much what happened again, and this is I'm not entirely 100% sure. Okay, so take this part with a grain of salt. But pretty much what happened is I decided to go to sleep like everybody else. While I'm going to sleep, I get a weird dream, and this time everyone is purple. Now, obviously, for me, when I dream of colors, it obviously symbolizes emotions. I'm not complex to know, like, what emotions is which. But, so purple, if you guys don't know, is a symbol of change, okay? And the thing is, everybody was purple. But the catch is, I was underneath everybody, okay? So let me give you the persona. Imagine you're just staring everybody like above ground. So this is literally how I saw everybody. Like this. Like, I know I look weird, but this is how I saw everybody. And like there was like a circle of people around me and just like literally like either looking forward or looking towards me, and everyone was purple. And I literally saw, or not saw, but I felt like there was a number in it. It's weird. It's not like I saw a number. You can literally feel the number 666. What's creepy about that is I decided in the dream to look up in the sky. And the sky, lo and behold, there was a man on top of a mountain. Again, I'm still looking up, like looking at these people. And for some reason, I see a man on top of a mountain. And I swear to God, I don't remember what happened at the end, but I swear I felt like there was the number 666 again in my dream. What's creepy is I woke up, went downstairs, grabbed some water, drank some water, and I said the same thing, Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. And till this day, I don't know what happened. You have to understand, when people dream about things, they're not they're not just dreams, right? Even if it's monsters or something like this, a lot of times dreams actually come because of either like emotional, maybe happiness, sadness, whatever it is, it's tied with your emotional side inside of you. I mean, at least that's what I believe. So basically, what I believe is something triggered something, something triggered it, like in my spiritual realm, to have this dream. And the reason is because I need you guys to understand, I was not thinking about the mark of the beast. Again, when dreams happen, most of the time people think about something and it happens, right? Or maybe subconsciously. Keep in mind, I was not thinking about it at all whatsoever. Like, at that time, I was probably really close to Christ. Like it was really, really close. But I would say during that time of senior year, I was not thinking about the Antichrist. Not at all. I was interested, but I was never thinking about, world domination or like what would happen if someone would do that. And what's weird is like that it happens. So like when people hear these stories and stuff like this, I would probably encourage you guys to look in the Bible and see and like just see. But again, like for me, I personally, for my dreams, I literally don't believe in myself. There are times where I have to look back and I'm like, did this really happen? Because what's creepy about it is, like I said, it's not vivid. It's literally so blurry, right? Like I can probably memorize 25% of the dream. And I'm telling you guys what I memorize. And till this day, it gives me some creepy, odd vibes. Like, I don't know. And hey, I'm just going to end this video with a little positive note, I guess. So let's talk about, Jesus, okay? I had one particular dream about Jesus' second coming. Again, this is the time where I was really close with Jesus, closer than I've ever been. And so here I am, and I dreamt about Jesus' second coming, okay? And again, this time I'm on top of a building, right? It's like a really high building or whatever. And I'm doing computer work. I don't know what I was doing, but I know I was doing something online, right? While I was doing something online, it was weird because the first thing that happened was everything was black, right? Within 1 second. Like, it was fast, like, to the point where you won't notice, but you still notice it at the same time. It's weird. It's kind of like a flashlight, right? When someone could, like simply just do this, it's like, oh, my God, like, I didn't notice. But at the same time, you knew what happened. I don't know. But it was like a black, like, everything was black, right? And all of a sudden, there was a bright light. And the earth was shaking, okay? And I was... For a split second, I was a little confused, and I look around in my dream. I don't know where I was at, keep in mind. It just feels like it was on top of a building or something. And here I am, and I go outside, I guess, and I look down, and like the, I guess sidewalk was, like, tearing apart or something, but you can tell the earth was shaking. There was like a huge earthquake or something. And I look down, then I look up, and this giant light. I don't know who the hell it was, but for some reason I yelled, "Jesus is coming." I yelled that 3 times in the dream. I was like, "Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming." And after that I woke up because, like, I wish I have that dream, honestly. And it was like the coolest dream ever. But I woke up and I was like, damn it, I wanted to know what happened next. But no, what's creepy is, like I said, at that time I was really close with Jesus. But the thing is, 90% of these Bible verses I barely knew. And the fact that I had dreams about it and like stuff like that, it's weird. But yeah, obviously I knew stuff about like 666, the Mark of the Beast and whatever. But what I'm saying I didn't know is I didn't study enough to the point where like I had fully acknowledged what it is. And the fact that I had a dream about it before any of that happened is just creepy. Why am I telling you this, okay? Why am I telling you this? Simply because we are pretty much living in the end times. We're having wars. I'm going to wrap this up. It's 8:33 and it's about 10 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up in general. But pretty much, we're experiencing a lot more wars. Obviously, a lot more people back then said, oh, the end is coming, the end is coming. But this time, it really is coming. And it really does feel like there's something going on within the world. Especially there's wars literally left and right being proclaimed. And what's crazy is the reason why I'm telling you this is, I don't know, it's just something in my heart to be like, just tell you guys. But another reason is because the more that I see things, the more it's like, oh my God, there is something going on within the world that like we have to prepare for. And it's crazy too because it's crazy because we're living through this weird time where everything is changing and everything is just, being normal. Like everything that's not normal is normalized, and we're just seeing a whole different direction of the world, especially with wars and stuff like this. And so I was like, you know what, why not tell you guys and just like let me know what you guys think. Personally, I have no idea how or why I simply had this dream personally, but even then it's just one of the most creepiest thing even till this day I've had. I mean, in general, this dream was probably one of the creepiest dreams I've had, in my opinion. I had crazy dreams, but for some reason, those two dreams I mentioned was the creepiest dream I've ever had.